Hello there, very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. For the news first, where the people come first, I'm Martin Satyagraha. First up, headlines.
French President and Japanese Foreign Minister to visit Sri Lanka on Friday. Sri Lankans back in queues for Aswasama welfare benefits at divisional secretariats and state banks. Farmers in Ambilipitia continue Satyagraha demanding water for cultivations. A-level admissions will only be accepted until midnight.
On to the stories in detail. French President Emmanuel Macron and Japanese Foreign Minister Yoshimasa Hayashi will visit Sri Lanka on Friday separately. France and Japan are part of the three-country group, including India, that announced a common platform for talks among bilateral creditors to coordinate restructuring of Sri Lanka's debt.
The President of France, Emmanuel Macron, will visit Sri Lanka on his return from Papua New Guinea on Friday night to Saturday morning. Reports said that the French President will meet with Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe during his brief stay. The official discussion between the two heads of state will focus on an exchange of views on global, economic and political affairs. The historic visit is the first by a French president to Sri Lanka. Japanese Foreign Minister Yoshimasa Hayashi will visit Sri Lanka on Friday on a two-day official visit. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the Japanese Foreign Minister is scheduled to have official discussions with Minister of Foreign Affairs Ali Sabri at the ministry and pay courtesy calls on President Ranil Wickremesinghe and Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Japan Yoshimasa Hayashi will be accompanied by a 22-member delegation.
Sri Lankans were seen lining up opposite divisional secretariats and state banks on Friday morning to obtain the letter that states the eligibility to be included into the Aswasama Welfare Development Program and to open bank accounts to access the Aswasama funds.
Many people were seen opposite the Hambantota Divisional Secretariat today to obtain the letters pertaining to the Aswasama Benefit Program. News First correspondents noted the queues started to build even before 6 this morning.
I'm here from Colombo after being treated for a spinal injury and cardiac arrest.
Crowds were seen opposite the government banks in Baddegama from early this morning.
Even the serious patients are on this queue. No matter what level of corruption takes place in this country, no one takes any action. We don't need a Samudhi benefit scheme if they can reduce the prices of goods.
Meanwhile, the Welfare Benefit Board has instructed the heads of government banks to expedite process of opening accounts for the Aswasama beneficiaries.
B. Vijayratna, the chairman of the Welfare Benefit Board, noted that instructions were given to facilitate the opening of bank accounts for the Aswasama beneficiaries during the evening and on weekends. He noted that around 1 million Aswasama beneficiaries did not have bank accounts and that 400,000 accounts had been opened over the past 4 days. In addition, he said that 60,000 people did not have valid identity cards and that instructions were provided to divisional secretariats to provide them with necessary letters. He noted that measures were being taken to expedite the allowance for July.
University students from the University of California protested on Thursday night, citing several issues and demanded the release of student activists from custody.
University students from the University of California protested on Thursday night seeking the immediate release of two student activists who have been in remand custody for over 200 days, namely the chairman of the Student Union of the University of California, Kelumudan Nayaka, and student activist Dilshan Harshana. Heavy police presence was observed in the area due to the protest.
It has been 210 days since the arrest of Kalum Mudan Nayaka and Dilshan Harshana. The case involving them is postponed till the 10th of October. What crime did they commit?
Farmers from Ambilipitia are continuing with Satyagraha campaign in the Ambilipitia town as they are unable to source water for their cultivation. The Satyagraha campaign is on for the 5th consecutive day. Farmers from the Wallov agriculture movement that comes under the Mahaweli authority are engaged in the Satyagraha campaign. They're demanding that the authorities take measures to release water required for the cultivation from the Samanala and the Udawalava reservoir. Several farmers also engaged in a religious ritual on Thursday to plead from the gods for water for their cultivation. Two people from Mahava and Madhurigiri died following wild elephant attacks. A 71-year-old man was attacked by a wild elephant opposite his house in Yayahaya, Madhurigiri town earlier on Friday morning. He succumbed to his injuries after being admitted to the Madhurigiri base hospital. Elephants from the Kaudulla National Park often encroach on villages in the area, and another house was damaged in the incident. A 43-year-old father of three was killed by a wild elephant attack in Siodagama, Mahava. The elephant attacked the victim near the waste recycling plant of the Siodagama Pradeshya Sabha area. The victim, a resident of Payagala in Kalutara, was attacked by the elephant while he was trying to chase away the elephant along with other residents of the area. The victim had visited a relative's house in the area when he joined the other residents. People from many villages, including Kandalama and Dambulla, are facing a dangerous situation due to the encroachment of wild elephants. The elephants have destroyed freshwater fishing gear and crops. Villagers have noted that the elephants are arriving from the Bakamona Reserve, Sigiriya and Digampatana.
News first with the people.
State Minister for Provincial Councils and Local Governments, Janaka Wakkumara, stated that implementation of Delimitation Committee report recommendations has been put on hold.
We received
the committee reports. With those committee reports, the local government institutions have become more confused because the number of divisions have been reduced. When asked to reduce the number from 8,715 members to 5,000, these people added 2 divisions. There was such confusions. Problems will arise between races and religions. All parties refuse this. If we are to reinstate this, there will be an issue for harmony, so it is currently paused. The President's intention is to bring down the amount of members from 8,000 to 5,000. Even if you hold a local government election and if 8,000 were appointed, the will of the people won't happen. We are looking forward to solve a problem and not to create it. Leader of the Janaseta Peramuna, Venerable Bhattaramulle Seelaratna Thero, expressed the following views at a press conference in Haliyala Badulla.
The people are back in queues after they brought the Aswasama benefit program. People have died. Did they bring this to kill people? These poor people do not have a way to prepare a meal.
The acceptance of applications for the GCE Advanced Level Examination ends at midnight tonight.
The Department of Examinations says examination applications can be submitted online. Meanwhile, the evaluation of answer scripts of the GCE O-level examinations will commence from 18th to the 27th of August. The number of teachers participating in the GCE O-level evaluation process at 110 centres is over 29,750.
Shifting your attention to international news. Scientists say amidst blistering heat waves, July is virtually certain to be the world's warmest month on record.
Researchers are confident the 2019 record will be broken even with several days to go. UN Chief Antonio Guterres said the planet is entering an era of global boiling. Scientists agree the extra heat is mainly linked to fossil fuel use. US President Joe Biden described climate change as an existential threat and that no one can deny the impact of climate change anymore. Some experts believe that July might well be the warmest month in the past 120,000 years. Researchers are not surprised that July is set to break the current record for the warmest month, as there have been plenty of indications in recent weeks that the world is seeing far greater levels of heating. According to the Copernicus Climate Change Service, the world's warmest day occurred on July 6 and the hottest 23 days ever recorded were all this month.
Supporters of a coup in Niger have attacked the headquarters of the ousted president's party, setting it on fire and stoning and burning cars outside.
A small group of arsonists had broken away from a large show of supporters from the coup leader outside Parliament, where Russian flags were on show. The army has now given its backing to the troops who took President Mohamed Bazoum captive on Wednesday. Russia joined other countries and the UN in calling for Bazoum's release. The 64-year-old, who was elected as Niger's president 2 years ago, is a key Western ally in the fight against Islamist militants in West Africa. The US and France, the former colonial power, both have military bases in the uranium-rich country and have condemned the coup. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken called up Bazoum, promising Washington's unwavering support. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken called on Bazoum, promising Washington's unwavering support. The United Nations said it has suspended its humanitarian operations in Niger. It is unclear whether the coup was the reason behind the suspension.
New charges allege former US President Donald Trump is accused of pressuring an employee to delete Mar-a-Lago's security camera footage.
In a reversed indictment, Trump is charged with 3 new counts, 1 of willful retention of defense information and 2 of obstruction. An additional person, Mar-a-Lago staff member Carlos de Oliveira, has also been indicted in the case. De Oliveira is alleged to have asked what could be done to delete footage. Trump has pleaded not guilty alongside his close aide Wal Nauta, who also received 2 additional charges of obstruction on Thursday. The new court documents outline alleged efforts between Nauta and de Oliveira, the property manager at Mar-a-Lago, to obstruct the Justice Department's investigation. According to the new court documents, Nauta and de Oliveira conspired to delete footage from security cameras after the Department of Justice issued a warrant asking for surveillance footage of the basement where it said confidential documents were held.
Babar Azam won hearts as he gifted his jersey to a young fan after Pakistan vs Sri Lanka's second test match. We end today's lunchtime news bulletin with this touching moment. Have a good day.
The Pakistan skipper walked up to the stands and then took his jersey before handing it over to a fan who was visibly ecstatic having received his gift.
Open. Good luck.
I can't even breathe because I was so excited. I will just frame it and keep it at my house. I will never let anyone touch it.